And Lazarus put up a tough fight, stumbled in the end up against Slimy Boogerman, and now we have prospects going up against No Shot. Both of these rosters filled with familiar names from top to bottom.
Yeah, you brought up prospects. They've been making runs a couple times in VCS here, kind of making those top 8s, top 16 kind of finishes, but haven't yet made a run all the way to the finals. But maybe it's their time to start, and it would have to get going here. The side of No Shot, though, I think they're a bit more of an unknown quantity for us. There's some familiar names that we've seen before, but in this iteration, not too much that we know, but it's Icebox, which I'm super excited about, Tilly.
Absolutely. We've got some recipes for variability going into this match. We've got a couple of puggy teams. These teams
Mm-hmm.
really aggressive. These are freestyling teams, freestyling free agent teams, if you will, on a bit of the unknown map. Of course, Icebox very much more in people's repertoires than it was even a few weeks ago, but still very much uncharted territory here for these teams. And speaking of uncharted territory, the Red Bull Campus Clutch, a global 5v5 Valorant tournament coming up soon that is open to university students from over 50 countries. It is a competition challenging players of all levels to team up, represent their campus, and compete on the world stage to make history for their university and country. If that's something sounds like interesting to you, you want to get in on that, be sure to head over to redbullcampusclutch.com to sign your team up now. But these teams already signed up here for the Valorant Sunday Showdown, already in the thick of the Valorant Sunday Showdown. It is game 2 of the group stage. Prospects up against No Shot on Icebox.
Yeah, starting us off here, we see Hoppin. He's up in this kind of the god spot, as a lot of people like to call it. He will be pushed off by that dart and actually taken out immediately by Green. So great start here for No Shot as they push in towards A.
Absolutely, the God spot. God has fallen, unfortunately, for the side of prospects. No Shots already wasting no time, but they waste no time
Exalted.
dropping right to Exalt. But Badger gets 2 right back. The kills going 3 for 2, favoring the attackers thus far. They got themselves a fair bit of real estate, but they've had to give it all away thanks to the side of Exalt, bringing that gutsy Sheriff into this first round.
Yeah, they had that early couple of picks, but great response here thus far from Badger. And look at this, Dilly. They cut noise. They're coming back A, and this is unknown. What is Raze doing? Is he Snera? Hello? Are you
May,
okay? All right.
maybe a disconnect there. Might be a. Doesn't look like that's something would have been decided on by the team, but maybe there is some secret strat here. Is No Shot effectively in the 2v2 looking to defend this spike plant. Shiro. Oh my goodness, I talk about Shiro, but it's actually Badger picking up their 3rd kill of the round, taking down Miniature. Miniature unable to get any of that utility out to help out Josh Ortiz. Josh Ortiz fakes the defuse, walks right into Badger, takes down the triple killing Badger. It won't be able to take down Shiro. Shiro in the diciest of moments in what was a 1v1 up against Josh Ortiz takes it out in the end. And I do believe we will have a short tech pause here to get our friend Snarat sorted out. But despite the technical difficulties laid in their way, No Shot pick up a very impressive, very convincing opening pistol round.
Yeah, there was some great showings there from prospects. We saw that double from Exalt on his Sheriff up top, but I feel like the team was just a little too fractured. He kind of went off, took his own 2 duels, and then the rest of the team kind of trickled in. They were playing more together at the end, but early on, it was just kind of those soul fights that they weren't winning all of. So No Shot, despite the 4v5, still come out on top with this pistol. And now, as we wait for the tech pause to wrap up, it should be another one that No Shot are in favor to convert.
Absolutely. Do see rather, Josh Ortiz considering a wide variety of weaponry. We did see the Bucky briefly considered, and the Bucky simply one of my favorite guns in the game. A very controversial gun, as it were, right now. I think kind of taking the place of what was the Classic at one point. You know, the Classic was very hotly discussed on social media as maybe in need of a nerf or a change, and now the Bucky finds itself under a very similar spotlight. But I have to say, Slimy Boogerman using that Bucky to the most of its potential in the previous game, finding some really big kills. Dev specifically actually found a
Yeah.
couple of double kills throughout that match just with the Bucky. So maybe some valid concerns, but for a player like myself who loves to hold those tight angles, I sure hope the Bucky isn't going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, it's a really nice, just like ranked hero weapon, because you can just pull off like the dumbest things with it, especially if it's comboed with like a jet or even like a sage. I feel like there was that one guy who like hit Immortal as a shotgun sage, and now he's like inspired every sage player nationwide to just, okay, guess I'm gonna be a god with a Bucky now. And I hate to tell you, random sage always ends up in my rankings. I don't think you're that much of a god with it.
Well, I mean, you know, you may be saying that to me when I lock in my jet and I pick up the Sheriff opening pistol round, but hey, that's what Exalt did, picking up the Sheriff in the opening pistol round for the side of Prospects, and it paid big dividends for Exalt, despite not being able to convert the rounds to a dub. Exalt picking up that big double kill on the side of a site. Love that kind of gamble and investment early on. Fortunately, didn't pay off, but fortunately, we are ticking back down to action. We've got all 5 members of No Shot comfortably in the server. Very happy to see our friend Snarat on the raise with that Spectre ready to go. Looks like it will be an A-site push once more here for No Shot. We'll see if Exalt can pick up yet another multi-kill here for the side of Prospects. Oh my goodness!
Oh!
A massive headshot from Exalt, bringing enemy green down to 5 HP.
How does he hit that? That was like the slimmest of margins, and he still finds it. This guy's a menace, and yeah, they're disadvantaged, but he's still chilling out backside, looking for another chance at a shot. Sees one, doesn't find that head, but will dash out. So this is just pretty much a full retake here for the Prospects.
Absolutely. Now Prospects with full health bars across the board as well. Much of their utility brought in from the beginning of this round is still intact. Exalt trying to find another would-be miracle shot. Oh, as on the backside here, Miniature trading out a bit of damage, won't be able to land any death-dealing shots as now No Shot really starting to secure their position. But is it very secure? Hoppin does get the spike to halfway, but unfortunately for Hoppin, no one on Prospects able to get their back. A very brave play indeed. Very brave play thus far here from the side of Prospects, and that's exactly what we want to see from these quote-unquote puggier teams.
Yeah, perfect from them. Exalt to man and his Sheriff. It's just such a lovely combination. We'll see how he can continue here on out. But early on, it seems like they are continuing the kind of the Walmart Immortals go all A strategy. So honestly, I think it works out really well on this map. But what the Prospects are doing in reply to that is they're starting off with an early triple stack towards here. You can have the Killjoy there alone, and you can have Exalt go aggressive for a play, but he's punished actually. Again, NM Green knocked down to no HP, but again, no kill.
Single-digit HP once more for NM Green, territory they must be familiar with by now. Hopping once more on the back of that A site, and Exalt has been such a key difference maker for better or for worse here for Prospects, finding kills, going big for the defender's side, but not finding the kills this time around, leaving Prospects in a 4v5 in a map that can be difficult to move around at times, can be tricky to find those right angles as Josh Ortiz swinging through much like Spider-Man, trying to find a shot. Here comes Hoppin, push through this smoke. Oh, that's big for Hoppin. Can they find the multi-kill? No Shot once again, the team coordination coming up for No Shot. They give away kills, but they won't give away multi-kills. I speak too soon. Jason picks up a huge double kill, and NM Green will find the trade, but this is dangerous territory for No Shot. They've got to play this one exactly right. Miniature putting the punish down, but Snarat back from the tech pause, puts down Miniature. No Shot dodging a very dicey bullet. Now Prospects, that was their full buy, used completely up. Now looks like it's right back down to a save.
It just felt like they were getting antsy there. Like you saw one player push up. Exalt, he pushed, he died. The next player kind of up to bat was Hoppin, pushed into the smoke. Yeah, he was good for one, but he was immediately traded. Then it was Jasung's turn. Like they all just took fights individually. And there was some cool sprays downs. There was Jasung with his double, but it's not worth anything if you can't convert the round. And those trades, they're always going to favor the side of No Shot. But here they go again, run it back aggressive up into the belt area. Bladestorm on Exalt, and they push them away, but there's no fight being given over, at least just yet. As soon as I say that, though, NM Green for one, trying to push in is the Sage, but he's taken care of. Exalt now the Blade Storm on that pixel angle. Finds the first, but he's forced to back up for the time. Recon up. The remainder of the prospects are pushed back as the rotation begins for No Shot.
Prospects are so brave to be taking these fights onto A site, but dealing proper damage to No Shot here in the 4th round, having No Shot reconsider their plans for A site, and could be a first time B play here in this first half for No Shot. Prospects, though, with the rotate ready to go. Miniature!
Oh, no!
No! Heartbreak for Miniature, and that's the door wide open for No Shot, and they're going to stroll right on back over to the A site. Miniature, oh, my heart goes out to you because that was disastrous. And now Prospects in what was a 3v3, now a 2v3, but they still have some tools at the ready. They have Exalt with that Blade Storm running. Jae-Sung sending out the Recon Bolt. Oh, and does get a good spot
Look at
there.
the flank.
The pinch
There's a
coming
flank
in.
coming through. He had a smoke. He had a smoke on the turret, so they think it's clear. They don't know he could be up here, and he'll have a free body, but he whiffs it. Exalt back in with the gun. A double down, a peek for a second, almost the third, but now this is so doable for Jae-Sung. Just the Sheriff. Tap on the bomb, trying to peek out. He doesn't know where this Omen is. They'll actually cross. It ships in the night as they go back to back. Niprix trying to push in, and he will win it out over Jae-Sung. They bring it so close, but again, No Shot. They come out on top.
Oh my goodness, my jaw was on the floor for the majority of that round. Exalt dancing on the razor's edge, bringing Prospects some hope where there shouldn't have been any, and still No Shot persevere, and now No Shot with 4 big ultimates at the ready. They've been ready to take on any fight that Prospects has thrown at them, and now they will be even more willing with these big tools in the toolkit ready to go.
Yeah, Exalt is the man to watch here on his op. Notice now that it is just the retake play towards B. They have that lockdown available to come back into things here. Hunter's Fury, however, could always nullify that. Question is, who's going to come out on top? Rotate's already coming through, and you see the op starting to get into position in Snowman. But the Showstopper will initiate the hallmark of the site take. He shoots it out, it won't connect, and Hoppin, he will. Miniature's on 8, but it doesn't matter, because now it's the advantage in the defense. The op for Exalt, up for 1. Hunter's Fury finds a tag, not much more. Now they're pretty locked in here.
Absolutely. Exalt being very much the great wall of Prospects here, preventing the advance of No Shot onto B site. They're actually getting really trapped in on this side of the map. You can see Prospects pinching in with 5 members still available. This very much looks like the time for Prospects to get themselves on the board. Closing in now, both are the Prospects and the clock as we tick down under 40 seconds. No Shot get revealed by that Recon Bolt. They've got to make a play here if they want to try and steal this round, but Hoppin takes down NM Green. The Hunter's Fury trying to get some room here for No Shot, but Josh Ortiz on the side takes out Badger. Nothing doing for No Shot. Now would be Prospects getting a much needed round on the board, a flawless round no less, and Prospects stop the bleeding.
Yeah, that's the time that they need to come back into things. They don't lose a single member. They keep the op in play on Exalt. He's been finding impact with it already. 7-4 to the man. And I'm afraid there for No Shot, they just let themselves stagnate out a little too much. Normally, they've been quite apt to try and rotate, to try and reassess when they need to. But this time, they got overcommitted. They lost out on the fights, and there was nothing left for them to do at that point. However, the economy, I mean, it still looks fine. They have a buy into this round. And they look to stop any momentum, but Exalt, he's up quickly here. The Owl Drone will dispel the peak, but he's still going for this. This man is so ballsy.
Exalt is afraid of no team, ready to take on any challenge, and there it goes. Exalt gets the snipe onto Niprix, and now Hoppin follows up with a kill into NM Green, but the bravery of Exalt maybe serving them poorly in the end. The resurrection will have to come out for Exalt, but Prospects continue to fortify their position here in this 6th round. Now a 5v3, and Josh Ortiz pushing forward. He's gonna lose out to Badger. No Shot still surviving by the narrowest of margins as now. Clock ticks down under a minute here. They do have the lockdown available, no shot. There's the Blade Storm available for the side of Exalt as well. No shot.
Oh, this is a tough situation to be in because look where Exalt is. He has their exit, their one path out completely cut off. And this is the time they have to be disciplined. They have to tuck in.
Prospects not fooled at all by any of No Shot's antics here so far. Prospects not wanting to give anything away, and there will be the lockdown here from No Shot. They're trying to force Prospects away from this situation, but Jae-Sung takes the fight regardless, picks up the triple kill. Blink and you'll miss it. Jae-Sung completely dismantles No Shot.
Yeah, I saw it. I mean, there was no shot that they could see that coming. There was no kind of comeuppance to that. He just sat down, found those frags, and it's working right now. The unstopping, the unteamed aggression for Prospect, going very aggressive with the off, with the fights, and they're winning them. But my question is, when is No Shot going to learn about this? Because they already seem aware. They're already starting to slow things down a little bit, at least in that last round. And if this Jet player, if Exalt gets shut down in the future, his confidence may just be a bit of hubris to get him punished. Now he has another shot, and he will hit that. One frag, looking for another. As the remainder of these players start to push in, but in the dark cover is Josh, ready and waiting.
The one consistent thing throughout this half has been Exalt picking up those kills, getting the opening kill once more for Prospects, and hopping with the confidence there to push forward, takes down Badger, and this is disaster for No Shot. They're completely walled off from their own spike, and Josh Ortiz seizes the day, takes down Snarat. Hoppin picks up the double kill, now just Shiro. So no thrifty round heroics here for the side of No Shot. It has to be said, now we're seeing really disciplined execution from the side of Prospects. They knew exactly how to pull the trigger on that advantage that Exalt got them with that opening pick, and now, despite the 4-round streak No Shot put together, they are now just 1 round away from being equal with the side of Prospects.
Yeah, what I really loved there from Prospects, I was worried. I was talking about it in the pre-round that I was worried this confidence was gonna turn into their downfall. They were gonna get overzealous, push into that save round, and let themselves be punished. But they had the forethought, they had the discipline, as you mentioned, to hold it down, to stay more passive, find the frags that they should be winning, and so they'll come out on top. And if we look at this momentum now, Dylan, they found 3 in a row. If they keep this up, it's already looking pretty impressive for the Prospects.
Now No Shot have to start asking questions about their own game plan here. They have to try and decide if they need to find a new way to approach this attacking side, because while they found such great early success, now nothing they've been trying has been sticking. They tried the B side play, they found nothing but a wall. Now once again pushing towards onto A side, they found a great deal of real estate. Can they find the trades? Badger gets the kill into Josh Ortiz, a very important opening kill here for No Shot. An opening kill they've failed to get the last 2 rounds, and now with the spike down, Neprix, 20 HP remaining, holding down a very tight upwards angle. Hoppin, meanwhile, for the defending side on the flank. Oh my goodness. Hoppin with the flick gets up onto Neprix, and now a 4v4. The lockdown for Prospects is going to buy a bit of time here for this spike. Can Shiro get away? No, that's detainment for the side of Shiro as Exalt goes out on the hunt. Doesn't look like Shiro will pay the price here. Oh, the defuse! You're exactly right. The defuse comes through off the back of the lockdown, and as we like to say, we certainly didn't invent this phrase, but we will repeat it to our very final days. Pros don't fake.
What I loved about that lockdown is that it put Prospects in a perfect position. Remember how normally on these site takes they have the post-plant lineups from Shiro? He'll either have Molly's pre-positioned or he'll throw them out later in the round, but he was detained. When you're detained, you can't set off those swarm grenades, so normally they're expecting to not have to instantly peek, instantly fight. There was no such utility to delay. The Hunter's Fury wasn't up in time, nor were the swarms, and so it was just an easy hold. They didn't even need the frags, and Dilly, this has been a complete turnaround, a U-turn. 4 rounds in a row for No Shot, and now Prospects, they're doing the same.
the script has been quite literally flipped, and now No Shot not wasting any time, just forcing their way right onto A site. They are tired of losing to Prospects here, and they want to take the fight right to them. NM Green once again getting an opening kill here for No Shot, picks up the double kill as well, and so No Shot for the second round in a row get themselves a prime position to steal a round away from Prospects, but can they close it out? 3v4 here for the defender, excuse me, 3v5 rather for the defenders, and not really too much game-changing utility on the board for them. Exalt does have that full kit there. Should they decide to pull the trigger, no lockdown available for No Shot rather this time around. See if they can hold onto the site regardless. NM Green doesn't need a lockdown to hold down the site, picks up the triple kill. Jaesung will find the trade here. Snarat takes down Jaesung. Hoppin though takes down Snarat, and that is gonna be the end of this round. Prospects, they tried to make the best of that 3v5, but No Shot kept it locked down, tightly sealed onto A site.
Yeah, I don't know how well that's going to fare for them, because they still have money here, so they can reinvest in that operator, but that was going to be a tough one no matter how you sliced it. 5v3, Hunter's Fury available, and it might have been worth trying to hold on to these weapons, but they have money to spare. Still not reset quite. Yeah, but if they lose another one, another two, then they're in that territory where maybe the script gets flipped right back over into their favor, as you were saying before. However, this is one where every side has lots to work with.
Now we're going to be turning our eyes towards the side of Snarat for No Shot, as the showstopper is ready to go for the raise. Will that be a key to No Shot's push here? They're scouting out the B site. They kind of avoided this site for this half, but they're going to try their chances here this time around. Snarat pulls the trigger on the showstopper. It's a 1-for-1 trade for the ultimate. Now the Hunter's Fury coming out from the side of Prospects is going to be Jaesung sniping down the rival Sova of Badger, but meanwhile Shiro takes down Josh Ortiz on the side. The kills going 2 for 2 thus far. Hoppin once again sticking the defuse. Hoppin, I believe, got it to halfway, but NM Green not going to fall for the same trick twice in a row. Surges forward, picking up the triple kill. No Shot, despite all odds, pick up a second round in a row.
Yeah, really well played there from them. I think that Prospects, they just weren't ready for the change of pace. That B site had been conditioned to just think, all right, this isn't normally the execution. Killjoy was playing very passive, but he's been playing the same passive angle every time, and that was known by the raise of Snarat. So despite dying, he gets that opening trade with his rocket launcher, and now they're sitting pretty here with 6 rounds. Even if they don't win anything else, this is already a great half, but Exalt up aggressive with the op again, finds an opener for Prospects.
Wow, Prospects here, they started to rest a little bit. They started to sit back on their laurels, and it shows in their approach, but no longer are they sitting back. Exalt storming right forward. It's been so aggressive, especially on the A side of the map. It's been rewarded with so many of these opening kills, finding yet another. Now, No Shot. Oh, No Shot, picking up a bit of revenge. The pixel perfect peak from NM Green there brings us into a 4v4, and now No Shot. The A side has worked wonders for them compared to the B side. Can it work wonders once more? Prospects say the answer is no. It's all down to Snarat now in a 1v2, picks up the double kill, and now just a 1v1, 36 HP available for Snarat, but it's full HP, it's full armor for Miniature, as well as that Killjoy kit. There is a turret, there is an alarm bot ready to go. Snarat now starting to wise up as to where Miniature may be, but still unaware. There will be the plant. Don't think Miniature has the time to push forward, and now we really get down to it. Snarat trying to sneak around. Oh, spot out Miniature, but Miniature does the spotting, takes down Snarat, wins out the 1v1, and now Prospects put an end to that 2-round slide.
Yeah, that was a really great round in response from Prospects. They found the trades on site, and Miniature, he hasn't found success from it yet, but we have seen him a couple times before push up just for that information. Every time that they go towards the safe site, there's always a player either under tube or behind them in B main that cuts off the rotation. That's always calling, yep, they're still here, they're committed here. So that just allows the remainder of Prospects to stay there as a 4-man stack, hold down the fort. So really well played to him there to not only give his team the information, but also to come out on top in that clutch. Prospects now into this last round of the half have an operator up again on Exalt, and NM Green doesn't have one of his own. This early jet duel of the Oppers, it's always been very impactful, but Exalt, he is going for the signature push yet again. A chance, and he gets it. That's Green, one of those impact players taken care of immediately, Billy.
That is so big from Exalt, and I feel like I'm saying it over and over again. Exalt gets the first kill of the round. So aggressive was Exalt, has been Exalt on that A side of the map. You would have thought No Shot wouldn't really think to challenge those corridors with how reliable Exalt has been pushing up that angle, but still Exalt able to find the fight, win the fight. Now No Shot in a 4v5, a situation, frankly, that they should be rather familiar with, and they will get the spike down here on the B site. One ultimate available. Badger has the Hunter's Fury ready to go. We'll see if it makes its way into play here in the final round of the half. Here comes the retake from Prospects. Very well maybe a 6v4 with the Resurrection in hand for Hoppin. Now, here comes the retake. Here comes Josh Ortiz. Snipes down Neprix with the help of that intel, but Snarat on the trade gets Hoppin, but that may be all No Shot have here. Can Badger save this round? No, Jae-Sung cleans it up. That is a 6-6 first half for the second time in a row here in the group stage of the Valorant Sunday Showdown.
Like you just mentioned, that is our second 6-6 half. We have had some bangers of games thus far. We saw in that first round, it was No Shot that pulled out the pistol round in part due to some great individual play by Badger, but from the Prospects, I feel like they might have an easier time on the attack because they have these individually talented players like Exalt, like Jae-Sung, like really everyone on the team who are finding these large multi-frags, this huge impact. And if they're given a lot more space to work with, if they're not boxed in to defending a site, they're going to have a lot more chances into this. But we will have to see, starting here with the pistol as they lean towards B.
That's an excellent point as well. Exalt was practically playing the role of entry fragger on defense in the first half, so I can only imagine what a proper entry fragger on attack will look like here for Prospects. And they have that Sage on the team as well, something that you might instinctively look to as a kind of defending sided option with the wall, with the heal and resurrection, but I think it's really aggressive to support Exalt. Once Exalt establishes this real estate and territory, they're just gonna wall off the whole area with that Sage of Hoppin. See how that comes to fruition. There's the wall, there's the push. Shiro with the swarm grade in response, burns Hoppin down to the boots there. Now just 77 HP. That's gonna force the heal out from Hoppin, but it is a 5v5 as the spike goes down. The paint shells raining down around Exalt. Dips and dodges away from those, will be revealed by the recon bolt, and now No Shot. The retake is in full swing. Here come the kills, go 2 for 2 really quickly. Josh Ortiz desperately trying to hold onto the site, but it's Neprix winning the Omen duel. Still just pushing forward is Neprix winning out the entire round for No Shot. That is No Shot on the defending side, picking up the first round of the second half.
That retake utility was really well executed. They clearly had that as kind of a... And we saw the initiation with the combination of a shock dart and that paint shells, which would flush anyone away from the yellow. They then had the recon for main and a paranoia to boot. So everyone was kind of crunched into this zoned into this very specific area of the map. And Prospects, they were ready to take the fights, but No Shot with that early advantage just kind of traded their way to victory. But now both teams are buying in, and Prospects, that's a big force out of Miniature if he does commit to the Guardian.
I was gonna say, that is something really rare to see, and it still is really rare to see. That is the commitment, yeah, from Prospects on this force buy. I really like to see it. We'll see if this gamble pays off. So far, the answer may be no. Neprix picks up Exalt, and Hoppin burns down to the ground. Shiro takes him down, so the force buy doing the opposite of payoff. It is just a absolute liability here for Prospects. Jae-Sung trying to scrape together what semblance of a round here they can for Prospects, but that was a gamble that has lost to the house.
That's crippling for Prospects. We saw Killjoy buy down to 0. So many of these players have absolutely drained their bank accounts, and now they're going to be forced into a save when, look how strong this bonus is. They have a Vandal up, they recovered the Guardian, everyone else has an SMG. And they're trying to maybe contest these Force by Wars a little bit. Exalt's investing in on that Scout, or on the Marshal rather, but this is a tough spot for them to be in.
Absolutely. It will be massive amounts of pressure onto Exalt, who brings the biggest investment into this 15th round. See if they can find a bit of a miracle once more. Already, Exalt has hit some shots that simply just didn't feel possible at the time, and Exalt will be taking some serious damage to start off this 15th round. So already the investment being supported by hopping on the Sage, popping that heal, but there's Exalt popping the head of NM Green. That's exactly what we needed to see from Exalt to give Prospect new wind in their sails, and now Exalt with newfound confidence pushing these angles. Badger just holding on for dear life onto this A site. Clock ticking down to a minute now as Prospects work their way forward. This very well could be a game changers here. Remember, Prospects is completely on a save, just pistols and that Marshal for Exalt. And now Badger on the propped up flank here. Mows down Hoffman, that spike down, but Miniature makes it Badger down, and now No Shot with a full response. Netrix and Snurrot combined for 2 big kills. Exalt trying to find yet another miracle shot, but it's Snurrot picking up the triple kill, and now No Shot picking up a triple set of rounds.
Yeah, miracle is the word that I would use to describe their chances in that one. It looked good for a moment with that first shot, and they tried for just the full aggression, but I feel like they let themselves stagnate a little bit. In those situations where you have the man advantage on an eco round, you either just need to send it or commit to more of a default, but they did neither. They just kind of sat outside, waited, and then it ended up where the crunch could come in, and they were fully set up by the time there was an execution. No element of surprise, no real trickery to it. And unfortunately for them, they could not find the duels. But now, the odds a bit more even here, Dilly.
This will be a big round for Prospects because, as you said, it's a bit more even. They will not have very many more chances to claw away at this deficit that No Shot have quickly compiled in this second round. It's hard to believe almost that this second half started out 6-6 as No Shot have completely controlled it, bringing us into 9-6. The lockdown now from Prospects to try and get themselves a bit more real estate will force No Shot off the A site. Now Prospects comfortably getting themselves set up on A site. 5v5. Hunter's Fury still available for Badger as well. As the spike goes down, here comes the action. 2 kills coming in for the defenders. The retake has wasted no time getting into formation here on the flank. Shiro loses out to Josh Ortiz. Now Neprix trying to defend. That fake diffuse comes through, just a touch to cue the attackers forward. Badger holding back of sight here, but it's going to be the front of sight that is really the problem for No Shot. Badger just eating the Hunter's Fury for lunch there. Jae Sung takes down Badger, and now just NM Green left alive for No Shot. Certainly will be Prospects picking up their first round of the half.
Yeah, great time for them to come alive. NM Green, he'll hold on to this operator, which is huge. Like, that's no small feat that they're not going to lose out on this one. But it's a shame if you're a No Shot fan that they've lost this momentum here. From Prospects, I like the change of pace. They just used the lockdown, got in there quickly, but it was still a really valiant attempt from No Shot because they knew that was very telegraphed. They were like, all right, they're going to go A, guys. So they had everyone ready on the retake, had the utility in the second that lockdown was finished. But unfortunately, they just could not find the frags in time. The post-plant setup a bit too much to contend with. So now just a 2-round gap here.
And that is a bit of a maybe a weak point in the composition of No Shot. Is a lot of their plays rather onto these sites are going to be rather heavy-handed, as you see Exalt just dashing right up mid, wasting no time taking on a fight. When No Shot commits to a site, you are knowing that they are committing to a site because the Sage Wall is coming out, the lockdown's coming down. They are spending it all right then and there. There's no ambiguity from the composition of No Shot, and that may be playing into Prospect's advantage there. Josh Ortiz takes down Shiro. That is a big advantage there for the defenders, but Badger, even in a tide, snipes down Josh Ortiz with that Hunter's Fury. It's the clock now ticking down towards a minute.
Yeah, the resurrection will bring Josh back into the equation. As you mentioned, the time is ticking away. However, look how much map control they have. There's no one towards B, and that Killjoy was the player felled early. So no alarm bot, no early warning signal that this will be a B execute. Now, miniature primed, and the Omen looks to be the first man to find out this information. It's Neprix, so call for support. They're disadvantaged here in the retake, Dylan.
Absolutely, but they're going to have to try their best regardless. They do have that showstopper, as you said, from Snerat. Now Neprix pushing forward. Oh, that's a big position up onto green box there, but Exalt for Prospects takes down Badger. No shot. Is the retake over before it gets started? Man, the answer may be yes. Only 2 members of No Shot remaining. I think they will just hightail it on out of here. No Shot haven't really wanted to gamble in these kinds of situations, and you certainly cannot blame them here. Exalt looking to try to punish them, will find the kill onto Neprix, won't find the all-important kill onto NM Green, so the operator stays alive for No Shot. That extra little bit longer. So, despite the 3-round streak No Shot put up to start up this half is slowly creeping away from him. Jae Sung steals the operator from him. That is the bad situation, getting a little bit worse for No Shot.
Yeah, definitely a tough one for them, and now it almost looks to be a duplicate of the early first half in that it's 3 going the way of one team, and immediately more in response. But in that round, they found the early pick onto Shiro, which really opened up the world for them because they've been playing this stacked lean towards A, whereas it's only really been that Omen on the swing and the Killjoy towards B. So as soon as Killjoy died, they didn't know if there was going to be a B push coming in. They were forced into a retake. They were just a little too late, and they didn't have the manpower to do it. But look how aggressive they are here. And ooh, Badger, what a shot onto Miniature.
I don't know how Badger found that shot, but somehow they did, and that gives No Shot the numbers advantage despite the stark firepower disadvantage that they're faced with. Prospects will get the spike down and sight control on the opposite side of the map. Hoppin wins out over Shiro, but NM Green takes down Josh Ortiz. The kills still favoring the defenders. Now Jae Sung, though, gets in on the action, takes down NM Green. Exalt puts down Snerat. Neprix with that picked up Vandal.
Great shot.
Some may say stolen Vandal. Badger steals away Jae Sung, and now this is just a 2v1, 1v1 here. But Neprix, oh, so close. Neprix had the Vandal ready, did not have the HP necessary to withstand that Blade Storm, and we are once again back onto equal footing, 9-9 here in the second half. These teams trading multi-round streaks back and forth, and No Shot now in the midst of a 3-round slide, have 3 ultimates available, and the key to that being the lockdown available for Shiro has been so instrumental for both sides establishing whatever they may want to move around the map and do with their retakes. This will be key. If they can use that properly here for Shiro, No Shot can get themselves on to double digits first, but Prospects with the momentum under their feet.
Yeah, they have a lot going for them thus far in that last round. I don't think that was a bad round for No Shot. They did so much economic damage. They got it down to a 1v1. They also wasted a Blade Storm. So they forced a lot of utility to be used for very little investment. NM Green, he's still on the up. He's yet to find much impact here. And it might just have to start here. The attacker's postured outside of his doorstep. He finds one through the box, but it's not enough for the frag. Damage coming. He tries to peek back in, but the shots just aren't connecting, and he's forced to dash away.
That's going to open the door wide open here for Prospects. They could have surged forward. No Shot kind of rotated in panic and left the entirety of A side open, and then kind of quickly realized that may not be the key. So now the defense very widely spread out across the map as Prospects now looking to hit the pressure point here on A site. Only 2 defenders will be Snerat and Badger for the side of No Shot. Try and hold down this site as now the execute comes through once more for Prospects. The smoke denying Badger the angle they want. Here comes the Sage Wall from Hoppin to get that spike down. Prospects with the plant. Now this is a 5v5, one of the very few 5v5 post-plant situations we found ourselves in, and No Shot looking to get the action started early with that lockdown. NM Green brings us into a 5v4, takes down Josh Ortiz as now Prospects slink away into the shadows and corners, dodging away from Detainment. Neprix trying to punish them for that rush here. No Shot still maintaining the numbers advantage. Badger picking up the double kill. Shiro holding down the defuse. Shiro gets it to halfway. Miniature though takes down Shiro. Miniature takes down Adam Green. It's just Badger for the defenders. Miniature picks up the ace, picks up the clutch. I can't believe it.
That is unbelievable for Miniature. How did he pull that off? Impossible odds. But still, he pulls ahead. Sometimes you just need one hero to show up, to pull ahead and take command of a round. And it was the Killjoy this time. Now into the next. Prospects, they continue this momentum. 4 rounds in a row have slipped away from No Shot. And the Prospects, well, they're looking good to convert this to 11s. Just down to the eco for No Shot.
Absolutely, and we very well may look back at that ace from Miniature and say that was the ace that decided the entire game right there. This is such a tough economic position for No Shot to try and recoup their losses, and Josh Ortiz is furthering the losses, furthering the deficit for No Shot. They find themselves in an ever precarious position. NM Green has been reliable for kills here and there. Can they find more kills than what they have here? Oh yes, NM Green picks up the right click onto Josh Ortiz. That leads to the Vandal upgrade as well. Full HP available for NM Green, still with a semblance of hope here for No Shot in this 3v4. As the spike goes down, time taking down Snarrat on this backside has gone completely undetected. Can they find the angle that will reward this position? Exalt, though, right under their feet, takes down NM Green. That's a very important kill. Exalt finds another very important kill, takes down Badger. It is just Snarrat to be left to the wrath. Oh, so close to a stabby death rather than a shooty death, but it is a shooty death in the end. Prospects, oh my goodness, Prospects, 5 rounds in a row, just 2 rounds away from sealing the deal here in the second game of the group stage.
Prospects know exactly how to adjust when they're up against an eco round. They knew that that would probably be an ace-type stack. They knew that's what they've done previously, so they go mid. They set up the Sage Wall, they get under Tube, completely dissect the map, and can isolate those very long-range duels that are always going to favor them. And while there was a couple moments that looked good for No Shot, there was nothing to continue. And M Green with the op, looking for a shot, but he has not found success yet with this weapon, and he'll need to. That could be it. That could be the start. He'll pick up Exalt.
Yeah, Prospects now need to be careful to not take their foot off the gas too soon. This is still a very dangerous enemy in the form of No Shot. They must treat this defender side with respect there. Exalt maybe not showing the respect necessary, does lose out to NM Green. So Prospects in this 4v5 still have that lockdown available. Very well could play right into their hands, get them a free site available. Prospects turning their eyes towards the B site as clock ticks down now under 50 seconds. No Shot. They're spread across the map, but they don't have any real eyes or hands on B site. Just Shiro here in the back of the site. Only one Nano Swarm grenade on the site. No turret set up. No alarm bot available. Here comes the execute from Prospects. The wall protecting Hoppin. The Nano Swarm grenade burning the hull, but Hoppin dodges away from it this time. Hoppin has made the adjustment to not lose out to that Nano Swarm grenade for a second time, but Badger still gets Hoppin with the Hunter's Fury. Poor Hoppin dodged the Nano Swarm grenade. Can't dodge the Hunter's Fury, and now a 5v3 here for No Shot to keep themselves in the game here for this second game of group stage. Here comes the retake. Here come the fireworks. Miniature doing what they can, but there's simply nothing in it for Miniature. There is a double kill and a detainment here for Jae-Sung. Can Jae-Sung find Shiro? Oh, they won't find the defuser though. Jae-Sung picks up the quadra kill, but No Shot pick up the round.
That Hunter's Fury was everything there. It was in a situation where, yeah, it was still the advantage for No Shot, but it was precarious. He used that to zone off Yellow, push them all into main, and from then on out, they didn't even need to get all the kills. They had smokes out, they could cover the diffuser, and just hold on tight, keep themselves in control, and No Shot, they stay alive now for 10.
Absolutely. We said Prospects were very much in danger of sealing the game, but they have been delayed here from No Shot, and No Shot despite the stunted economy they're sporting going into this 22nd round, have showed they can deal the damage. Now the Bladestorm running for NM Green could be a cornerstone from which No Shot can build their comeback and potentially their victory. But Prospects with a much quicker B-site play this time around, wasting no time. I think they've learned they don't want to push just Harry Carry into that A site. They just get themselves set up on B now. Now the retake situation, full 5-on-5 as the spike goes down.
5-on-5 here. This is the same situation that Prospects couldn't close out last time, but this time there's no ults to contend with. Pick up from Neprix and then Green. It's a flurry of kills for No Shot. It's all coming up Green, but now replies through. Shock darts on the bomb, but he's sticking. They aren't going to do it, but he dives out to find the frag. Snarada on the trade, but now it's left to Miniature to try and close this out to keep them off the bomb, but the time is ticking down. Snarad finds it, and there should be time.
Yeah, absolutely. Miniature, despite having found the ace clutch earlier, won't be able to find the clutch up against Snarat this time around. 11-11 we go. No Shot getting two very crucial rounds, not only keeping themselves alive, but now getting themselves onto equal footing with Prospects. This very well could be a game headed into OT.
It could be. No Shot here. Look at the buy for them, Dilly. If they lose this round, their economy is reset. They need to pick this one up if they want to take this to overtime, or if they even want to close in regulation, which would of course be preferable for either team. But if you look towards Prospects, they have Resurrection, they have Hunter's Fury. But what they might not be ready for is this aggression towards A main.
These are definitely two teams. Oh, as NM Gree gets the spot there on Hoppin. These are definitely two teams that in their plans for today would have marked off the calendar for a long day of tournament play. These guys fully plan on making it to the later stages of the bracket, and they're going to want every bit of fuel in the tank they can save for those later games. No Shot looking to get it done right here and now. Exalt says, I've got other plans. Hoppin pulls the trigger on the Resurrection. Quickly the numbers change as now a 4v2 here for Prospects. So Prospects now just 2 kills away from getting themselves onto match point.
So close for them. Spike still will not be in the ground. They look to hedge their bets towards the B site. Shiro's here. He still has his swarm grenades. He has to make a play. He needs to come up big here if he wants No Shot to stay in this. The swarm grenade might just dispel them for a moment, but they still have plenty of time to work with. Hoppin coming in on this spike initiation. The defenders are separated. This is going to be nearly impossible to come back into.
This very much looks like match point here for Prospects. 3 ultimates in the pocket for good measure. See if No Shot can pull out this 2v4 miracle. Shiro already pushed forward onto site, but is forced to back away by the Paranoia. Now coming back from Nor, but it's Josh Ortiz on the side, takes down Snarat, and Exalt stabs Shiro on the back. Prospects, despite all the waves and obstacles, get themselves onto match point. Can No Shot, with this final round, this final opportunity, send us into overtime?
One last chance for them, and it would take a miracle. Look at this buyout. There's going to be 2 players on rifles, but that's all they can muster. Very little to work with, and for the side of Prospects, they have 3 ults in their back pocket. They have guns. By every measure, this should be the place for Prospects to close it out, but No Shot, we have never counted them out of a miracle.
Absolutely No Shot. I would say yes shot. That is a pun that didn't really work, but I still very much believe in this defending side of No Shot. Badger there with the Marshall close to finding a damaging shot there. Won't be rewarded this time around. Snarat forced to back away from the site. Prospects, they found great success on the B site here in this half, but they've turned their attention towards A for now, feeling it out as they slowly back away. The teleportation from No Shot scouting them out, finding a bit of intel. Prospects understanding they're in the driver's seat. They decide where and when this play happens, and they are deciding on A site. The execution coming up here No Shot, to their credit, very much ready for this play. 3 members in the near vicinity, all 5 very ready for the play. Clock ticking down now to under 45 seconds. Here come the prospects. Exalt gets himself up and over the wall, pushes forward with the Blade Storm. NM Green takes down Exalt. Snarat takes down Hoppin. This is No Shot, very closely sending us into overtime. Can they get it done? Here comes the Hunter's Fury from prospects trying to clear this site. Josh Ortiz just spots the bricks, but Miniature takes him down. Josh Ortiz takes down Snarat. Miniature on the double kill. Badger takes down Miniature. No more kills for Miniature. Now a 2v2. NM Green so close there to Josh Ortiz as Josh Ortiz picks up the spike.
10 seconds.
The clock is ticking down. There is the plant. The plant goes down. Jae-Sung takes down Badger. 1 kill away for prospects to take it home. Now NM Green in a 1v1. Can they send No Shot into overtime? The smoke's starting to dissipate. Jae-Sung! Oh, so close. Jae-Sung gets it done. Prospects win Game 2 of Group Stage 13-11 on Icebox.
We have been blessed with back-to-back games that have gone nearly the distance there. 24 full rounds, I can do math, of play to close it out. But what a showing from both teams. The prospects, they squeak by just a margin, but No Shot. They were looking so incredible throughout, and especially in that first half, some of the plays we were seeing out of them were so incredible.
Absolutely. A really brilliant performance from the side of No Shot. This is a roster of names we're very familiar with, but this isn't a roster that's coming in with, tons of preparation or game plans or anything like that. They just came in and got down to business, and it was so impressive to see from the side of No Shot's prospects just getting the edge on them this time around. And it's Jae-Sung. No surprise to anyone. The MVP, 26, 16, and 8. Clutching out that final round in the end for prospects. A very impressive showing for the Sova.
Yeah, he did so much work there, and the fact that it wasn't like early on, it kind of felt like the Exalt show. Like he was doing so much, but then the rest of the team really picked it up. We saw the ace from Miniature, clutches all across the board. Hoppin doing really well with the support to get that spike down reliably every single round. So really impeccable stuff from them, and they're looking really good in the standings thus far throughout their group.
Absolutely. It's been a very exciting group stage, and we've got one more game to go. And after the last 2, well, you certainly don't want to miss the third. We'll be right back after a short few-minute break, and definitely stick around. You don't want to miss it.